Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about first module of cost management, first session, which is related to cost management introduction and concept of a BBA fifth semester affiliated by PSKU, that is Vijayanagara Sri Krishna Devaraya University, Ballari. Today we are start with our subject, that is cost management. As I already told you, the first module, which is related to mainly introduction to the cost accounting. Before starting this introduction to the cost accounting, in earlier semester we got to know about there are three branches of accounting. They are financial accounting, cost accounting and management accounting. In fifth semester we are going to discuss about cost accounting and management accounting, but for financial accounting was dealt in first semester. So for us, we have studied only financial accounting in this semester. We will learn about, in previous semester, we will learn about the cost accounting and its techniques as of now in first module of first session. The learning objective of this first session is to understand how a cost accounting is helpful to know about the difference between the financial and as well as the cost accounting, and what is the need for cost accounting, and after knowing this we will able to explain about, as a student may know about history of the cost accounting and need of the cost accountancy. Here, the introduction of the cost accounting. The cost accounting is a form of managerial accounting that mainly aims to capture the company's total cost of production by accessing the variable cost of each step of production and as well as the fixed cost. As we all know that every company's main motto used to reduce the cost of production and increase the profit. The main intention is to, as possible, we need to try reduction in the cost and as well as we need to increase in the total profit of the company. That is the main motto, minimization in the cost and maximization in the profit. It is the main mantra of every company who are all engaging in providing the goods and services. The cost accounting is usually used as an internally by the management. It is in the hands of organization where they need to think about that what is the raw material they are going to get from the other suppliers. That raw material need to be converted into an finished good. In the process of that conversion of raw material into the final good or a services, what is the cost we are going to incur and how we need to reduce that particular cost to maximize the profit of the company. We will discuss and we will analyze in relation to that only. We are going to study about the cost accounting. The cost accounting is required to adhere a set of standards, can be flexible to meet the needs of the management, and then cost accounting considered all the input cost associated with the mainly production, including both the variable and the fixed cost. Then we need to understand what is the history of cost accounting. The cost accounting is probably as old as financial accounting. Its origin dated back to the first forms of social life, the Greece trading people of antiquity, the Chinese and the Egyptians and the other countries like Arab had accounting in the services of the royal court, some of whom specialized in determination of the cost. In Egypt, 3000 years before Christ, these accountants had to represent the represent the each year detailed reports on the net cost of the harvest which have they made, so that just taxes on the wheat could be levied, how much tax they need to be paid. At about the 1100 BC and ancient China, there exists some form of government auditing, budgetary accounts, expenditure control and periodic reporting. There are traces that about 1350 AD, an Italian firm called Del Bene was able to derive prime cost. Prime cost is nothing but it is a total sum of raw material, that is direct raw material with the direct wages. Then only we do come across the prime cost. What is the actual cost we are going to get on the production of that particular good or the services, and operates accounting books for the result of trading and mercantile activity. The cost accounting has evolved as a separate accounting system only in 18th century due to industrialization, when a cost of the product had major portion of fixed cost. In the last few decades, cost accounting has seen rapid evolution and growth in the business world. New procedures and techniques were developed to further refine the process of cost accounting. The reasons, this is what about the history of cost accounting. Then reasons for emergence or need of a cost accounting. The following are the some limitations in the financial accounting which made responsible to develop a concept of cost accounting in our business concerns. Those reasons are limitations like lack of cost information for different departments, processes and products. It is the first limitations which we see in the financial accounting, and financial accounting does not set up the controlling system on the cost. Weaknesses not spotted out by collective result. Classifications of cost is not done in financial accounting. Financial accounting provides only historical cost information, but not detailed information regarding the total cost of production. No data for comparison and decision making in financial accounting. Not helpful in price fixation. How much of cost we are going to incur on unit or the product of a company. Based on that only that company can decide the price of that particular product. This is what the limitations made an initiation to develop a cost accounting. Then we need to know the terminologies like what is cost. The word cost has variety of meaning according to the context, but in cost and management accounting, the term cost refers to the amount incurred to manufacture a product or render a service. The amount which we are going to incur to produce a product or render a service is called as a cost. According to the Institute of Cost and Management Accountants of India, cost is a measurement in monetary terms of the amount of resources used for the purpose of production of a goods and rendering the services is called a cost. Here we do have some difference between cost and expenses. As I already told you, cost, it is the amount incurred to manufacture a product or render a service, whereas expense is used when money is spent for consuming the goods and services to generate the business income. It is expense is nothing but it is a money which we are going to spend on consuming some good or services to generate the business income is called as expenses. That is what the main difference in between cost and expenses. Then we will move towards to the meaning of costing. Here costing according to the CI MA London, costing means the technique and the processes of ascertaining the cost. What are all the techniques we are going to use to assess the total cost, that is the amount which we are going to incur on production of a good and the services. The technique refers to the principles and rules applied for ascertaining the cost of products manufactured and services rendered. For example, examples of techniques applied here, we do come across marginal costing, standard costing, absorption costing, etc. Process costing also. Then the processes includes the day-to-day routine of determining the cost within the methods of costing adopted by the business enterprises. In simple words, we can say it as a process is a procedure of ascertaining the total cost. According to H.J. Weldon, cost accounting includes classifying, recording, and appropriate allocation of expenditures for the determination of the cost of products or services. In relation to these costs to the sales values and ascertain the profitability. That is what we will call it as a cost accounting. Cost accounting includes classifying, recording, appropriate allocation of expenditure for the determination of the cost of products or the services, the relation of these costs to sales value, total sales value, and the ascertainment of profitability. Thus, cost accounting includes firstly classifying the collected cost in the different groups, recording the cost in appropriate manner, allocation of expenditure, determination of cost, assessment of the performance. Then we need to know what is cost accountancy. First, we try to know about that, what is cost, then costing, then we need to know about the meaning, the terminology of cost accountancy. According to the CIMA London defines cost accountancy as the application of costing and cost accounting principles, methods and techniques to the science, art and practice of the cost control and ascertainment of profitability, as well as the presentation of information for the purpose of managerial decision making. That is what we will call it as an cost accountancy. Cost accountancy as a whole, it will give a bunch of principles, methods and techniques to follow, which is best for a company to take a decision at right time. It is the widest of all the terms, and it includes not only the costing, cost accounting, but also the cost control, cost audit and cost budgeting control. It includes all the cost control, cost audit and budgetary control. After knowing this, we do conclude the first session with knowing the meaning of what exactly the mean of cost. That is, as I already told you, that a cost is amount incurred to manufacture a product or render a service. Then costing is a technique and process of ascertaining the cost. Cost accounting is recording, classifying, summarizing the cost for all the purpose of determining the cost of products and services. And finally, we do study about the terminology cost accountancy. It is a broader in scope and includes not only the costing, cost accounting, but also cost control, cost audit and budgetary control. These are all the some important terminologies we need to know about in the introductory part of the cost accounting. These are all the some important MCQs where it help you to understand the concept of introduction concept of cost accounting. The main objective of cost accounting is to capture which one? Is it company's profit, total cost of production, or share price or total income. It is the option that is the total cost of production. That is option B is the correct answer. Then we have the other one. With the help of cost accounting, it is possible to classify the cost as a fixed cost and variable cost at each step of the production. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true. That is option A, it is true. Then we have the third one. Limitations of cost accounting have led to the development of cost accounting. Is it true or a false? Yes, is it? It is true. Then we have the other one. Cost accounting information is used by central government, the public, tax authority, and internal management of the company. I think it is D option, internal management of the company. Then we have the another one, recording, classifying, summarizing cost for the purpose of determination of the product or service cost is called as what? Cost accounting. That is option D, cost accounting. Then the other one, the techniques and processes of ascertaining cost is known as what? Whether is it costing, cost accountancy, cost or costing? Cost accounting. It is costing. The first option, costing. Then the other one, managerial costing, standard costing, absorption costing, etc. are the example of technique of costing. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true. These are some references. You may go through with these references which may related to the introduction of cost concept. Okay, this is all about your first module, first session of cost management. We do meet in second session. Until that, have a nice day.